Hello. Take two. I came to my desk and I felt, you see, even like my throat, there's a lot of throat chakra stuff going on right now. So I'm having some issues. I felt like I needed to really anchor in, and pull in protection. Something just slid off that was pretty secure. You know, so weird things are happening. Something doesn't want me to get my message out. Well, I'm doing it anyway. So, this is the new moon reading. It was in Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius energy is a lot, about like adventure and freedom and independence. Their symbol is the archer. You know, so this new moon, it has a lot of that. I feel like I'm losing my mind today too, and I can't like speak today. So new moon energy, you know, is we want to plant those seeds of intention, right? And if we're planting those intention at the end of the year, you know, we just have the 12/12 portal. We are going into the new year. We have, which I know is, you know, man-made, but because the collective all, I don't have to explain this, but so we have the new year, we have you know, the solstice, Yule, and all that stuff. So all this energy, and also this like 2026 portal is like, it's palpable. Like I've been feeling it for weeks. Like it's like a train you want to get on, but if you aren't getting yourself there, you're gonna miss it, you know? I feel like this is, people are either gonna jump on it or they're gonna jump off it. So I feel like the losing our mind thing has a lot to do with, like, I feel like we need to do more protection, for ourselves. And I feel like everything right now is in the mind, which is what I was channeling, and that I want to say before we get into the A and B. So it came through that like the final illusions, like the stories, that the final illusions that, you know, they're trying to stick to, all aboard. The illusions that, you know, this like reptilian energy is like trying to cling to, they're coming in to like try and fuck with us. So it's all in the mind. So we need to really amp up our protection. Yeah, I just put protection underlined. Water, lemon water. I feel like we need to drink a lot more lemon water. I feel like we're dehydrated, but I also feel like it's like spiritual dehydration in a way, in the sense that, you know, like our energy's getting sucked out, and, you know, lemons are a great, protecting. So lemon water is fantastic. I feel like this like uptight, tense energy. Like this dark energy that's just trying to remain valid, pretty much. Is trying to get everybody all amped up and angry and lower the frequency to keep you from your higher frequency. They're trying to lower you down, and it's coming from the mind and the emotions. So I feel like, as dumb as it sounds, or maybe not dumb, but just like how simple, right? Let loose and have fun. That came through like so strongly. It's like act like you, like, who cares, and just let loose. And because just having fun in general, you know, what brings joy into you, puts you in that vortex, in your vortex of makes you feel good, and that brings in more positive flowing energy, and then that pushes out those negative, and the final illusions fall, right? So if we all just focus on ourselves and what makes us feel good, and, you know, let loose, then, you know, stop worrying about everybody else, right? So that's what came through prior to me pulling A or B. So I am going with this deck. It is by Wicked Depiction Photography. I believe it's called the Dream Oracle. It's really cool. I like this deck a lot. Okay. Where are my A's at? All aboard the A train. Like, for instance, for an example, I got lost in, like, reading, like, some comments and stuff, and back and forth, and some people, and I'm just like, you know, first of all, how strongly people come at each other. Like, if someone posted, like, something that was, like, clearly not meant to be taken literally, but was choo-choo, was not meant to be taken literally, was more like bringing awareness to the subject itself. And I just saw so much right off the bat, like, hateful things, and it was like, are you stupid, or whatever, you know, like, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, is this how you talk to each other in person? Like, my goodness. And to just, you know, like, is that how you have a normal discussion with people? So I, like, got lost in those comments, and I was feeling really, like, just a little bit like, oh my God, this one person was so strongly opinionated. They were being awful, like, awful. And I was like, this poor person who's, like, just continuously trying to make this person see from their point of view, and they're just getting hate back, you know? And I'm like, they can't see it, and they're not going to, no matter how much you beat that bush. You can't force people awake that are destined to be asleep. I feel like that's, like, a big thing, like a big message for us right now. All right. Enough of my yip yapping. Let's get to A's. Okay. teeth. Okay, okay. I gotcha. I feel like for you're like at baseline, you're happy. You know, your stars are all aligned and you're on the right path and you know that, right? But I feel like even though you know that, you're letting this overpower this a little bit and it's preventing you moving forward. Because you got the 10 of Cups and the Star. Those came out together. I feel like you're in alignment with yourself, your goals, and your higher self. Whether you're at the beginning of it, or if, you know, you're just starting out or whatnot, you're in a good place, but you're wondering why things aren't changing or why things aren't getting better. And then the 8 of Swords is what came flying out upside down. It's your own thought processes is what's preventing you. You can't manifest things that you want if you're looking at yourself and your current situation from a place of lack. Let's pull a couple more. Because the card you got was Forests. And I was feeling very drawn to like the mysticism aspect of it. You know, like the earthy, fairy-esque, the magical. I just quite couldn't put my finger on like what that was yet, but now I think it is. Like, you need to trust in the magic again. Whatever has made you doubt where you are now or your stability, is what's preventing you from remembering seeing the magic in it and remembering it. So yeah, you got the King of Wands and the Wheel. You are the creator of your own life. You need to create your own luck. I feel very drawn to his face and the way the circles around him. I'm feeling very, very focused. Like, this is get your head out of the clouds. You know, ground yourself and stay focused. Because I feel like when your mind settles on like where you're at, it's almost like you're reminded of where you're not, and then that is what makes you doubt your own magic, or doubt, you know, mysticism in general. So this is saying, stay focused, and you won't get into that cycle. You know, remain targeted on what you want to create. So also the archangels wanted to come in for this reading, so I will pull a card. Anyone have any questions on a... Let me know in the comments if you feel as though that resonates. You got Archangel Michael. Spiritual acceleration. You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. But you have to move forward. Also, Archangel Michael is the he's the protector, so I feel like this kind of circles back to what I was saying in the beginning of, I feel like it's everything right now is that final illusion is trying to hang on for dear life, and it's all in how we see things. And I feel like a lot of us need to call him in, especially A's. This is a reminder to protect yourself. Call him in and, you know, and ask, you know, call in his protection. Especially if you're spiritual acceleration. All right, moving on to bees. I'm just cutting cords with A's message. And someone, whoever's watching, someone's energy came in wicked strong. And it was very, I could tell that it was for someone's, you know, someone and not the collective. So I was like, I had to cut cords with it. Okay, bees. I'm seeing with bees a lot of working together, a lot of collaboration, a lot of exploring together. So you got the caves, and I see it as very, this energy came in as like fun. you know, and like adventurous and exploring, you know, exactly what new moon in Sagittarius energy is. You know, and there was like this energy of like group energy, you know, like not a solo adventure. And then we got the Three of Pentacles. So you're building something or creating something, collaborating on something with someone or a group of people soon, or you're in the works with it, or you may have just been introduced to an opportunity, or whatever the case. That was a lot for only 2 cards. Like, I feel strongly that bees are like, they're past the point of being fed up, and they're at the point where they're like excited for what's next, and they're no longer like, they're fed up waiting, excited for what's next, and now being like, I'm making my own moves. That's what I feel for bees. You got 9 of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. I'm just feeling like excitement. Like, I'm feeling all this like excitement in my chest, and this energy is like, yeah, we're creating, we are doing what we want to do. Like, you're past the point of proving yourself. You're at the point where you're ready to just fucking go loud and proud. I'm the conductor. And I feel like this is like, you're going to be learning so much. Like, this is a whole new step for you. Like, this is you going through this 2026 portal, and you're getting on the train. So A's are kind of like, hello, get out of your own head before you miss the train. And yeah, B's are like, we're driving the fucking train. You better catch up, A's. This thing ain't stopping or slowing down for nobody. You're in your power. This next step for you is like fireworks. I'm seeing like explosions of fireworks, and it's just like, you know, like crowds of cheering. And this is the signs that I get sometimes, just like things like that. Like, I'll see fireworks in my third eye, or I'll, you know, hear a crowd cheering, things like that. But that's like, that's energy, right? That is, you can feel that when you say it, you know, or when you hear it when I say it. I'm loving this energy for you, bees. You got the 2 of Cups. Wherever you're headed is like, yes, chef's kiss. I can't make this shit up. Knight of Cups. I don't know. Damn, maybe this is even like a strong relationship of some sort. Exactly. And that's like, that's the energy here, is like making it happen for yourself. This is just, you know, I'm feeling like just pure happiness and joy and excitement and adventure and newness. And, you know, like you are fully in the Fool, ready to go off the cliff, but you are so happy to fucking do it because you're ready. Like you're on your second round. Like you already went through your Fool's journey, came out the other end, and now you're starting it with new eyes. And you're like, now we're doing this blindly, but with intention. Yeah, so I don't know if this is like, you know, a relationship, a friendship, a work opportunity, an adventure opportunity. I don't know if you're someone who's like, hey, I want to go backpacking in Europe, and I always wanted to wait for some, you know, people to go with, but you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go by myself, you know. And then, hey, I find a group of people that are also like, hey, you know, and we all become friends or something. I don't know, that just popped in my head. Maybe that's for one of you guys that is watching or going to be watching this. This is for you. But you get my point. Like, you're like, this is, I just had a weird ringing in my ear. Whether you're male or female, this term is still for you. You go, girl. That is for bees. There you go. Let me get an archangel out here for you. If you haven't joined my free 2026 manifestation portal group, you should. On New Year's Eve at about, did I set a time yet? I can't remember. It's either 8 or 9, or it'll probably be 9 because the kids go to bed and whatever. So I'll be going live to hold space for us to step into this manifestation portal, or step into this, yeah. Okay. You got Archangel Azrael. Transcendence. You wouldn't be who you are without what you have overcome. Own your story. So I feel like that's just a reminder of like where you're headed is where you were always meant to be, and you wouldn't have gotten there if you hadn't been where you have been, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that is the reading. If any of this resonated with you, you know, let me know in the comments. Please like and share if you feel called to it. And if you ever want a reading one-on-one, you know, feel free to message me. It's a hell of a lot less awkward when I have one person I'm talking to than an audience of many. So, in a sense that, you know, the connection is more. Nice. That's awesome. So clearly this is for you. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get off now. I just keep, really, thanks. I just keep really, like, this is Larimar, something or other, but it's for, like, the throat, and it just keeps coming out to me to be, as, like, pay attention to, like, clearing your and protecting your throat chakra, because these illusions, these stories that are trying to hang on for dear life, you know. I'm gonna be doing the year reading for 2026 sometime in the next week. Yeah. Speak your truth. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.